I look like a crazy person today. Hello and welcome to Sweetception. The theme is Harry Potter and I, and this is my Harry Potter story. Now, my story starts Christmas Eve morning 2000. I was 8 years old and I came downstairs in the morning to find a book wrapped in my stocking. It was the Swedish version of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and I remember reading it with my mother. I was already a fluent reader, but you know, reading in the evenings, you're tired, you need your mum for that kind of stuff. So I remember reading it with my mum and loving it, being really afraid of Snape, but still loving the book. And apparently I reread it rather quickly, because at March 2nd, I got the second book, The Chamber of Secrets, in Swedish, and that's when the competing between me and my mother started. Now, my father isn't a great reader, but my mum and I are both quite avid readers, and I remember us competing over who could finish the book quicker. And since it was my book, I also think my mum let me win, but it was my book, so I think I won. Then I think that my mum and I might have read that rather quickly as well, because I got the third book for summer graduation in 2001, and I remember reading it in Norway, where my father's from, where we spend every summer. Then unfortunately the dates aren't marked in the books anymore, but I remember reading them very, very quickly and loving them, loving this universe that J.K. Rowling created, and just being in love with the characters, and, as I said, being really afraid of Snape. And I think that the fifth book was also the first book I ever read in English, because it's the last book I have in Swedish, so I remember reading it in English as well and getting it after I read it, and then reading books 6 and 7 in English. Now, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the movie, was the first film I was allowed to go see without parental supervision. I remember my mum drove me and my friend, one of my closest girlfriends, in, and we watched the movie and we felt so grown up, sitting there in the dark by ourselves and getting so afraid when Aragog attacks Ron and Harry. And yeah, so Harry Potter has been a great part of my life since I was 8, and that is quite many years now. I suck at math, so I didn't even give that calculation a shot. Harry Potter's been a great part of my life. I think it's partly what made me into the avid reader that I am today, and all of that jazz. So, yeah. I shouldn't be allowed to buy PJ tips. It leads to me drinking far too many cups of tea a day. You will see me next week, I hope, if I have time with school and all of that stuff. Otherwise, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Don't forget to be awesome. Hoo-ha, night fighters.